From classrooms to classified U.S. concerned over China using students for espionage. Chinese students are being used for state-backed espionage in the United States as calls grew in Washington to sever educational ties completely with Beijing. Concerns over studental intelligence gathering ignited a wave of political action in Washington, from a Chinese student allegedly scouting near a U.S. military base in Michigan to claims of Beijing-backed surveillance and propaganda at top campuses like Stanford University and Duke Kunshan. China using students for spying. A report published by the Stanford Review accused China of running a widespread intelligence gathering campaign on the university's campus. The report was cited by Florida Senator Ashley Moody in support of a bill to bar all Chinese nationals from obtaining U.S. student visas. Even at Duke University, a student's personal account of interacting with Chinese media during a visit to China prompted 2 U.S. lawmakers to demand the closure of Duke Kunshan, a joint campus operated with Wuhan University. The University of Michigan is also facing pressure after reports of suspicious activity by Chinese students near a military site, recently ended its partnership with Shanghai Jiaotong University. Visas of Chinese students revoked. The U.S. State Department announced it would begin aggressively revoking visas of Chinese students found to have affiliations with China's Communist Party or those pursuing studies in critical fields, citing national security threats. Meanwhile, former intelligence officials warned that equating Chinese students with espionage agents is both legally problematic and counterproductive. Dennis Wilder, a former CIA analyst and now a senior fellow at Georgetown University, said, "There's a very real fear among Chinese students that they are being monitored by peers on behalf of the Chinese embassy. But that doesn't mean those students are spies." Swipe left for next video. Jeremy Dom of Yale Law School said, as per South China Morning Post, U.S. universities attract top global talent, and many Chinese students stay on to contribute meaningfully to American science and innovation. In a public letter responding to the Stanford report, former Trump administration officials and Stanford researchers warned against using terms like espionage too loosely while universities in states like Florida began cutting decades-old partnerships with Chinese institutions. Latest blogs.